It's usually a calm day, Easter that is, without all of the loud uh, soca, reggae, chutney music of Mashramani, but just as many people out here celebrating the holiday. Like I said in the past, this is a national holiday in Guyana. That's Easter is a national holiday in Guyana, and it's therefore one of these holidays that is celebrated by all religious groups. It's not a religious holiday in the way that it is in some other parts of the world. And so there are no stores open, no shops open, officially that is, on Easter. But people of all religious faiths and ethnic groups, ethnicities, use the day to picnic. It's like Family Day in Canada. It's like Thanksgiving in the US. That is Easter Monday in Guyana. And that's what we see right here at the national park. Now, compared to previous years, I think there's slightly less. There's slightly less people, I believe, here in the park, even though it's free this year. I think it's slightly less than we've seen in previous years, and that's probably because of the weather, because of the rain and so on. So a lot of people probably anticipated that coming out here would be affected by the rain, and I suppose a lot of people canceled their trips. So going past the exercise area. Of course, that's the sorry, that's the football field. But on the other side of the football field, this is the children's park. So from this side, you can see that's the children's park. So that's the children's park, the new children's park on the other side. On the other side of the national park from the parking lot area. But this is what's happening here in Georgetown on Easter Monday. It's still a busy day, although not a day for flying kites because there's not a whole lot of wind, not enough not enough breeze to fly kites today. So we're gonna exit on the of course it continues. Let's see. Well, the picnic and gatherings continue on the other side around the loop. But we're gonna go through the exit here at Carifesta Avenue. Of course, it's also a day for buying, shopping for Guyanese snacks. And there are lots of vendors out here but not as much as you'll find on the seawall. So we're gonna head over to the seawall. We're gonna head over to the seawall to see what else is happening here on Easter Monday. But that's looking across the car park, and beyond that, didn't visit, but we saw beyond that, that is the children's play place. That's the children's park here at the national park, and of course, Burroughs School of Art. But that's it, guys. That's what's happening here at the national park. Now, on Carifest Avenue and along Carifest Avenue, there are all of these what we used to call recreational lands. At this point, we're walking rather, across from what used to be one of the school grounds. A little further up the road, that way, that is where the new Hilton Hotel is going to be built. The Hilton Hotel by Assets Group is going to be built a little further up in that direction. But across the street here, this is the Ministry of Education ground. All right, that's the Ministry of Education ground. One of the recreation grounds here. So people who wonder what happens on these recreational lands, it's a day like today, that is Easter Monday, that all these recreational lands get used. And so a lot of the dispute over Assets Group building the Hilton Hotel in this neighborhood is that it takes away land that would typically be open land for gatherings like this. So that's the national park. All these cars are lined up on Carifesta Avenue. They're widening the road here. But all these lands are important for recreation. That's the national park. We're looking back at the national park. So all these lands are recreational lands. And if you turn all of this land into commercial development, you build Hilton hotels or hotels along the sea shore, in other words, ocean view hotels and so on, then what you're doing is you're taking away this land that people have used for recreation on days like today. Typically, this place gets used for school sports, inter-school sports, for soccer, football. That's looking out toward the seawall. For kite flying, and for other large gatherings. And for those of you who don't understand why the mayor is rejecting the use of these lands for the construction of hotels, a day like today reveals why. Because if you have all these people in Georgetown who need a place to gather publicly for activities like kite flying on a day like today, which is a national holiday, then you need these recreational lands. You can't take away from the city's open spaces. And that's what the argument is all about, right? So if you don't understand that, if you don't understand the context of Georgetown, context of Guyana, you will misunderstand what the dispute is over the land, the use of this land to build the Hilton Hotel and other hotels. But that's it, guys. That's what's happening in this neck of the woods. We're gonna head over to the seawall and see if we can see a different view of Easter Monday activities here in Georgetown, Guyana. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening in the fastest growing country in the world, Guyana. Later! That's Marian Academy. It's a new private high school in this neighborhood. And over here, this is the cricket ground. Also another one of the recreational grounds. As you can see, it's quite busy. Right, it's quite occupied. It's one of the few places left where you can come and gather in large groups to do things like fly a kite. And that's why these recreational lands are important. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening in the fastest growing country in the world, Guyana. Later!